Let's talk about identity, Christ and me. Part 10, this is the last one. So last time we talked about the foundation, knowing Him. Today we're going to talk about the result. Because once you know Him, once you walk with Him, once you abide in Him, everything changes. In Daniel 11, verse 32b, it says, "But the people who know their God shall be strong and carry out great exploits." So knowledge of God gives strength. Knowledge of God leads us to obedience. Knowledge of God helps us bear fruit. In John 15, Jesus says, "I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him bears much fruit, for without me you can do nothing." It's not about what we produce, it's about being connected to Him. It's about intimacy with Him because the branch doesn't carry the root, but the root carries the branch. The branch doesn't strive to create fruit, but it abides and fruit happens. And the more you know Him, the more our trust grows because Romans 8 tells us that all things work together for the good of those who love Him, those who are called according to His purpose. So as we draw nigh to God, as we get to know Him more and more, we get to know His heart, we get to know His faithfulness, we experience who He is. And this knowledge then turns more and more into trust, and we learn to rest in Him. So it's kind of like a vicious cycle of going deeper, of getting closer, of trusting more, of resting in Him. And while this is going on, something else happened. His glory becomes visible in us. In the Bible, it says, we look into the mirror of His glory and are being transformed into the image of Him. And it goes so deep that the Bible even says that the whole earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of God. How? Through the people who know Him, through the people who've surrendered their life completely to Him, who have died to self, who have picked up their cross and followed Him. Paul said it beautifully in Philippians 3 verse 8, "Yet indeed I also count all things lost for the excellence of the knowledge of Christ Jesus my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things and count them as rubbish, that I may gain Christ." So when you know Him, the world loses its grip, fear loses its voice, sin loses its appeal, identity becomes clear, and purpose becomes simple. And what the Father desires most is not your perfection or performance or productivity, but your presence. So identity is friendship with God, union with Christ, is abiding, knowing, trusting, and walking with Him. And everything else, your calling, your purpose, your identity, the strength, your obedience, the fruit you bear, everything will flow from Him. So stay rooted, stay close, and stay in Him.